Now that Halloween is over, this video is dedicated to all the people in the wire wrapping groups asking for kyanite fan wraps that weren't broomsticks. This design is very easy and suitable for beginners using a very simple weaving technique. If you are not a fan of weaving, I have another design using only minimal weaving. I will leave the link in the description. As every kyanite fan is a different size and shape, the exact length of wire will vary. For this stone I used 9-inch long base wires. This fan is 2 inches or 5 cm long, 5/8 of an inch or 1.5 cm at its widest point. This fan is 2.5 inches by 5/8 of an inch, so for this one I will go with 12-inch long base wires. When deciding the length of your base wires, it is always better to have too much than too little. After wrapping a couple of different size fans, you will get a better idea of how much you will need. You will need 2 base wires, I am using 0.8mm or 20 gauge dead soft copper wire. I will be weaving with 0.2mm or 32 gauge wire. Some people are a little worried about using the thinner wires, but they are great for beginners. The thin wires don't cut into your fingers as much and they are less likely to distort the base wires. If you are worried that it is not strong enough, the wire will only start to break when overworked. You will need quite a lot of weaving wire. My first attempt used around 100 inches, but don't try to work with too long a length at a time. My first piece is approximately 50 inches. Find the middle of the weaving wire. I am starting to weave at the centre point of the base wires. Take the first base wire and wrap around it 6 times. Place the other wire above the first and wrap twice around both wires. Wrap 6 times around just the lower wire. Wrap twice around both. Now just repeat the same pattern. That is as difficult as the weaving gets. At regular intervals, flip the wires over and weave from the other end with the other half of the weaving wire. This weaving pattern looks the same on both sides, so just continue weaving the same pattern. Continue weaving, leaving approximately 2.5 inches of bare wire on both ends. At some point you will start running out of weaving wire. When you get close to the end, stop weaving halfway through the 6 wraps on the lower wire, leaving the excess wire trapped between the base wires. Take a fresh length of weaving wire and trap it between the 2 base wires. Finish the set of 6 wraps and continue to weave as before. After completing a few more rotations of the pattern, the wire ends can be removed. Rotate the wire ends until they snap off. The wires will naturally break off between the 2 base wires, and you should not be able to feel the wire ends. I have left 2.5 inches or 6 centimeters of bare wire on both ends. The weave will have 1 wire which is solidly covered by the weaving wire and 1 wire with breaks in the weave. I am about to create a loop and I want the wire with the solid woven wire to be on the outside. Start bringing the ends of the wire together, creating a bend at the centre. Keep flattening the weave. Cross the wires over with the top wires going towards the right and the bottom wires bending towards the left. Pull the ends of the wire apart until a small loop is created at the middle point of the wires. Where the wires cross, open the loop slightly to create a small gap. Place the top point of the fan between the 2 sets of wires and to the centre of the loop. Hold the fan in place while wrapping the top set of wires around, loosely coiling to near the bottom of the fan. Follow with the other set of wires. I am going to extend the weave on both sets of wires up to the edge of the fan. At the edge of the fan, I am bending the sets of wires to meet each other. Where the wires meet, take one of the weaving wires and wrap it twice around the lower wire of the top set and the upper wire of the bottom set. Now continue weaving the pairs separately. Bend the wires to the front. Bend the upper wires upwards and back to meet the woven wires above. Bend the lower wire pair slightly downwards to meet the woven wires at the bottom corner. Continue weaving the lower wires up to halfway across the fan. Separate the bottom wire and cut it short, leaving approximately 1 cm or half an inch excess. Use round nose pliers to bend the cut end into a small loop. I'm not sure that I have enough weaving wire, so I'm going to add more at this point, where it can be trapped between the two base wires. Continue wrapping around the single wire until it meets the woven wire at the bottom corner of the fan. Where the wires meet, wrap the weaving wire twice around all 3 wires. Wrap a few more times around the single wire and remove the excess. Trim short the base wire and make a loop in the cut end. Continue weaving the remaining wires. I have wrapped halfway up to where the wires meet the woven wires above. Separate the lower wire, cut it short and make a loop. Continue wrapping around the single wire until it meets the woven wires above. Wrap twice around all 3 wires. Wrap a few more times around the single wire and remove the excess. Trim the final wire short and loop the end. I am using one of the offcuts of 0.8mm wire to make a jump ring for a cord or chain. Thank you for watching. If you found this video useful, please leave a like and maybe consider subscribing. Please join me for my next video.